In the past 24 hours, peaceful protests across the country have far outnumbered incidents of violence stemming from the killing of George Floyd. In New York today, thousands turned out to remember George Floyd walking over the Brooklyn Bridge, chanting his name. Quite a contrast after a night of unrest in the city where police and protesters were in sometimes violent clashes. Jericka Duncan has been covering the protests from the beginning, and she joins us again there tonight. Jericka?
That's right. We've been talking to protesters all day long. We've been walked about 2 miles to this location. They said today is really about reflecting on the injustice in this country and also asking that important question of where do we go from here?
This afternoon, thousands packed a park in Brooklyn to honor George Floyd, including his younger brother, Terrence.
Thank God for y'all showing love to my brother.
It was a day of remembrance, a cry for further action.
Where were you when cops were killing people unarmed? Where were you when our educational system was broken? Where were you when we needed jobs? Now you care about people's lives.
Among the crowd today, 72-year-old Gloria Sellers.
To me, all of this is just a continuation of everything that we have been fighting for years and decades.
It's the 9th day of nationwide protests. Thousands more marched peacefully in Los Angeles.
People all over the world are joining in condemning this abuse of human rights,
while others quietly prayed outside the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. Nationwide, Wednesday was the calmest the streets have been this week. Curfews have now been lifted in Salt Lake City, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. While most protests have been peaceful, last night things got out of control in Brooklyn, New York. Police aggressively used their batons to physically move a large crowd of protesters. But in Long Beach, California, police announced today they are investigating this photo, where you can see an officer pointing a weapon at a man holding his 2-year-old son on his shoulders.
Many of these protesters I spoke to say they plan to be out here past the city's 8 p.m. curfew. Today, the mayor of the city's largest city, or the mayor of the nation's largest city, Bill de Blasio, spoke at the tribute for Floyd. He was booed, Nora, and people even turned their back on him.
Jericka Duncan in New York City tonight, thank you.